say a few words today about our source connection. And by our source, I mean, of course, our Creator. And people use different words in order to describe what they perceive to be the Creator of our universe, our cosmos, our world, and ourselves. And in this instance, I'm going to use the word source because our Creator of the universe is the source of everything, and we are able to form a connection with this Creator, this Spirit, if we are open to doing so. And many people, of course, have done this and been through this process. And very often as human beings, we want to see evidence, we want to see that something is real as we perceive it to be in our reality. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because our source is able to confirm in a whole number of ways that there is a source spirit that desires to be in close connection with us. And my book, Intimate Alchemy, which is over there on the website, really its purpose was to direct people into a closer connection with their Creator. It's a very simple message, but one that comes from a deeply loving heart. And so you can go and pick that up for free over there if you want to pop over there and download that. But my purpose today was to highlight that although people hear these types of messages, that we are able to have a form of connection with our source. Often people want to know how they go about doing things, how they're able to access things in general. And so I thought it would be a good idea to, rather than just saying that we can have a close connection with our source, to actually offer some suggestions, because people are likely to say, well, where do I start? I don't even know what to do. I want to increase my connection to my Creator. I want to know more about where I came from, for instance, and but I don't know how. So I want to suggest that if you are in that place of wanting to connect really on a higher level and to go a bit deeper into these issues in general, and to create a closer connection, spiritual connection with our source, I think the most important thing to do initially, and in my experience to continue to do, is to go within, where we make that connection from our soul, our spirit, with our source. And going within, when we have taken the space, the time to do that, and of course created a peaceful environment so that we have the opportunity to go within and to just dwell in that inner sanctuary, if you will, and listen to what your heart is saying, and to offer up the opportunity for this close source connection to occur in your own time, because we do not have the right to interfere with other people's free will. And therefore, it's a good idea to do things authentically in our own time and from an authentic place in our heart that is really true. So when we are really ready and we are really serious about making this closer, intimate connection with our source, it is more likely to occur because we're coming from a place of authenticity within our hearts. It's an authentic request, which is based on intent. We're serious. We're sending a message to the universe and to our source that we are serious about having a closer source connection. And therefore it's more likely to happen because our heart is open. And it's a good idea to use shielding if we do any sort of spiritual work at all, in order to protect ourselves. But when we make it a habit to build on this source connection, over time, we come to understand that we can trust that source connection and we can rely on that connection because we are connected to that power source. And in future, when we come into that place of connection, it gradually over time becomes easier to make the connection immediately. And then we don't necessarily need to be lying down or in a meditative state. We can do it as we go about our day's business, so that we are able to immediately make that connection continually, 24/7, when we need to. But we also come to understand over time that this is a relationship and connection that we're building, and just like any other relationship or connection, we come to want to build on that and strengthen it over time, because it is a beautiful essence, a beautiful spiritual place to dwell in. It's a place of peace, it's a place of joy, and it's a place of love, where we know that we can come to find that peace, to find that joy, and to find that immense love that Source and the universe has for us. And so it's a place that is often called the secret place, where we can go, we can communicate, we can share our feelings, we can share our thoughts, we can share our concerns and our needs, and we can ask for revelation and understanding about any topic and situation in our lives. And we can know that there will always be an answer for us. It just may not be the answer that we were expecting, but I wanted to encourage people to take those first steps along the path to strengthening that source connection on an ongoing basis, particularly in the times that we're living in at the moment, so that we strengthen that connection, which means that we are also being spiritually guided and strengthened in the process, and then we can go on to help others do the same. So I hope that's of help, and as always, much love, stay safe, and very happy. Bye bye.